Now, from the nation's capital, here's the Pentagon Channel's ATS in brief.
There's a nationwide effort to encourage all Americans to be ready for an emergency situation at home, work, or at school. It was the big question of the day.
Are you prepared? Just ask yourself that question. At the office, at home, are you prepared?
September is National Emergency Preparedness Month, and although these demonstrations happened at the Pentagon, the information being shared is something everyone should be familiar with.
Security is everyone's responsibility.
Being prepared, being aware of your surroundings, and knowing who can help in an emergency could mean the difference between a life and death situation. The Pentagon is reviewing the way it awards military citations and medals. Over the next several months, representatives from each service and the Joint Staff will work to ensure that their policies are consistent with the evolving nature of warfare and also address specific concerns raised about newer awards tied to the global war on terror.
The degree to which forces are now operating jointly brings to light far more quickly a discrepancy in a practice in one service in contrast with another. The troops recognize it, they talk about it, and that's what causes it to move up the chain of command and become a matter that simply has to be addressed by a good review.
This kind of review was last done 10 years ago and is expected to continue through February of next year. The Pentagon announced adjustments Monday to the deployments of thousands of troops to Iraq. Defense Department leaders say the 1st Brigade Combat Team of the 1st Armored Division, currently serving in Iraq, will have their tour of duty extended for about 46 days. The unit was scheduled to return to their home base in Germany in mid-January. The Pentagon also announced the 4th Brigade Combat Team of the 1st Cavalry Division will deploy to Iraq 1 month earlier than originally planned. They'll head for Iraq in late October. A U.S. military leader in Iraq says special precautions have been taken to ensure Iraqis can safely observe Ramadan. Colonel Brian Owens, commander of the 82nd Airborne's 3rd Brigade Combat Team, says the presence of coalition forces has been scaled back.
It's not so much that our presence hampers anything that they're doing, but we just want to respect this time period for them and show them that we do understand that it's a holy month and it should be an Iraqi month. And therefore, we've pulled back so that we don't have as much of a signature and allow the Iraqi security forces, which are Iraqi faces, to be more in the towns.
Colonel Owens says it's possible the scaled-back presence would remain after Ramadan if things are peaceful during the next month. The Maine National Guard is doing something a little extra to help military families deal with the absence of their loved ones overseas. Guard members are giving families large life-size photos of the troops so they can be placed on foam or cardboard cutouts. The children can take them to school, church, picnics, or just to the store. Families say they can use them to ease their pain and lift their spirits.
It's not a substitute for Craig, but the kids feel like at least something's here that reminds me of Dad, and it makes me feel like he's still included and part of our family.
The cutouts are being called Flat Daddies or Flat Mommies. The program is so popular, the Massachusetts National Guard is thinking of producing the cutouts for their families as well.
To find out how you can watch the Pentagon Channel where you live, contact your local cable provider.
PSP share prices for Tuesday, September 26th opened at $11.57 for the G Fund, $11.03 for the F Fund, $14.60 for the C Fund, $17.13 for the S Fund, and $19.96 for the I Fund. For the Pentagon Channel, I'm Army Sergeant Lee McMahon.
Your busy lifestyle, your need for military news. Can't take time to tune in? The Pentagon Channel has a solution. All new, several podcasts and vodcasts you can grab on the go.
ATS in brief.
All the day's military headlines in a 5-minute vodcast.
DoD briefings.
Every word your leaders say posted in a podcast as soon as the briefing's done.
ATS Reloaded.
A fast-paced half-hour look at the week's top military news in a vodcast you can take anywhere.
Rucksacks and rations.
Compelling conversations with your colleagues deployed around the globe. Subscribe to one. Subscribe to them all. It's up to you.
And it's what you want when you want it, how you want it.
Pentagon Channel, podcasts and vodcasts. Log on to pentagonchannel.mil to check it out.